Another thing that I really enjoy doing is studying. I really love to study. It is really fun to me and very relaxing, especially if I got like a hot tea or hot chocolate with me. Sometimes I like to put on fall and October ambiance stuff from YouTube on the TV while I'm studying in the living room. Um, some of the study methods that I've come up with in the past is my mom got me a recorder one year when I first started taking classes up at Rose. My mom got me a recorder, and I would record the lectures, and then when I'd go to the gym and exercise, I would replay different lectures on the recorder with my headphones in it, which that actually turned out to be a lifesaver several times. So I'd record the lectures and then I'd listen to them again and again. And then I would also sometimes if I was stuck on something, like in geography especially, I would read out loud to either my mom or my sister, and then whenever I'd come to interesting points and stuff, I would stop and discuss with them. So I'd read out loud and then discuss points with them. That really helped a lot because I was struggling in geography. And I'd also, of course, use highlighters and take notes and things like that, make flashcards, that sort of thing. Those weren't my biggest ones. That wasn't my favorite style of learning, but I would usually try to read before classes started. Sometimes I would email my professor. I know for English literature one year, I emailed my professor and asked between semesters what I could be reading, and got the book and read over points that he said that we were going to be covering, and so I read ahead of time there. So it really helps to get the book early and to start reading ahead of time or study in advance. I also like to supplement what I'm learning with different videos from YouTube. I know Crash Course Biology really helped me a lot. I like the Crash Course that's done by Hank Green and John Green and a few other team members for Crash Course. They do some really good videos, and that's really helped in several subjects. I also, for math, would use Khan Academy and also Watch by Heart. And I really recommend for anyone that doesn't, really looking into the resources your school has. At first I was very hesitant to do tutoring or math lab up at my school, but once I started using those, it was a really, really big help and made all the difference in the world. So never hesitate to check out what your school has. But those are some of the ways that I've studied. Recorder, reading. I like to read the chapter passively first. Like I'll just read the whole chapter just to have it read, and then I'll go back and break it down more and more. But it's always helped me to just have a quick overview of all the information first, just passively read the whole thing, and then go back and break it down bit by bit. So those have been really big helps for me. I've studied with friends at cafes, and I've studied hanging out in the living room at my house. I really like to listen to music while I study too. That's really big for me. I like multiple things kind of going around me at all times, so I liked listening to music a lot. This semester I started already reading for my classes that start next week, and I learned something really interesting. So I was due to be born on Christmas Day in 1996, and my parents decided it would be cute to give me the middle name Nicole because of St. Nicholas. So I was named after St. Nicholas by my middle name because I was due to be born on Christmas Day, but I was born a little bit early. And then my eye type, I did a whole Punnett square to figure it out, but it's half brown and half hazel, and the hazel part comes with, sometimes it'll show green or sometimes red. The first time I ever realized that my eyes had part red in it, which is right around the pupil area and only in certain lighting you can see it. I was eating at McAllister's one day in high school with a friend, and she looked at me really closely. She said, you have red in your eyes, like kind of maple syrupy red tone thing. Like it was, she's like, it's basically red, not like bright red, but you have like kind of red in your eyes. And then there's been times that the greens come out. That's a lot more common. So my eye colors are technically red and green. Christmas colors are included in my eye color type. And then also just recently while I was reading in one of my books, it was talking about some of the histories of mental health, and one of the things brought up was that St. Nicholas was the patron saint and protector of people with mental disabilities or illnesses, which I thought was really cool. I religiously do not like believe in or practice acknowledging saints or anything like that, so it's not a religious significance to me, but it is a pretty cool little coincidence to me that I'm this Christmas baby with red and green eyes, and I've also been named after St. Nicholas, and I'm studying special education and have a passion for working with kids with disabilities, and that's where my goal and pursuit in life is at. And I was named after the patron saint and protector of children with disabilities, or people with disabilities and mental illnesses. So I thought that was really a cool coincidences. So yeah, I'm really excited about studying for school. I miss school during the summer, but I sometimes give myself self-assigned homework to study on during the summer before school starts up. I can't keep up with summer classes. They're really too fast-paced for me. I like to kind of take my time and just kind of take a slower pace. So that's why I don't do summer schools. So I'm excited about starting at school again next week.